Alright, audio check. Looks like that's working. Alrighty. Well, I've been driving for a couple hours now. Got out of the house a little later than I wanted to, but it was a good thing. I got to spend some time with my wife before I disappear for 2 weeks and don't get to see her. So, I really wanted to get on the road by like 8, and then it was 9. By the time it was all said and done, it was like 9 o'clock. Hey, 1 second, I gotta adjust this phone a little bit. So by the time it was all said and done, I think it was like 9 o'clock. 9:05, 9:10ish, really, when I got on the road. Then I got on the road, and then there was a traffic jam on the freeway, so I immediately got off on an exit in Albuquerque. Tried to detour, and one of the detours, there was construction going on that road, and then detoured again. head all the way up to another exit. There was construction on that road. Couldn't get around it. So by the time I even left the Albuquerque city limits, I think it was like 9:30, 9:35. So I texted my wife and let her know. So, bottom line is I don't think I'm going to be in Oklahoma City until, let's see, I think I originally planned with the time change, I think it's going to be like 5, it's going to be probably 6 o'clock, 6:30 now. We'll see how it goes. My legs are not quite as restless from the last trip. So far they're doing pretty good. That's always a concern of mine, because if they get restless and they just start going numb on me, then I'll need to stop a little bit more frequently. Kind of hate that, but that is what it is, though. So anyways, I stopped here, Santa Rosa again. I think this is where I stopped the last time when I started the stream. In fact, I know it was. And got good old gas station hot dog. 2 of them. So I purposely ate a light breakfast with the idea that I knew I was going to come by and get a couple of good hot dogs. So anyway, let's get back on the road. Refilled my water. I got gas. I should be able to drive right through Amarillo again, but I might stop anyways just to fuel up. Come on. Boy, that guy's got his Challenger like packed to the brim with his luggage. He's probably got his life in that Charger. It's like the windows are just literally filled up to the top. The rear window, the right window, even the front window. It's like couldn't even hardly see the dude. So if all goes well, I'll probably run the stream here for a good 3-4 hours again, like last time, and finish off the drive, get to Oklahoma City, and go for a little cruise around downtown on my bike. So I got my bike with me again, and plan to do some cycling here and there. I'm going to try to get out, do a little pedaling in Oklahoma. When I get to Memphis, I plan to do some, I should be in Memphis by Wednesday night. Oh no, Tuesday night. I'll be working Wednesday night, but I might still go out and ride Wednesday night. Then headed towards Chicago. Should be in the Chicago area by around Friday. I've already made plans to meet with fellow streamer Peloton. If you've not followed him on Twitch, Peloton, he's a Chicago area cyclist, IRL streamer. And so I got plans to meet up with him. Probably a group ride, either Saturday or Sunday. Had not determined yet. When I finish my work day on Friday, I'm actually going to be staying in. But Northwest Indiana area, which is just below Chicago. And when I finish my work day, then I've already booked my hotel for my downtime on the weekend, so I'll be staying right in downtown Chicago, right off the, goodness gracious, the button's like all over my lap. Be staying right off the Magnificent Mile in downtown Chicago for the whole weekend off. So Friday night, when I check in, I'll probably definitely get on out, do a little IRL. I don't know if I'll be on the bike or walk, one of the two. I'll get a hold of Peloton and see if we're riding Saturday and or Sunday, because I know he tends to ride both. Whichever, though. I do want to do one ride, because if I go meet Peloton, I'm probably going to have to drive up to a northern suburb to meet him. But I want to do one ride where I just leave right from my hotel, just don't even worry about getting in the truck and trying to find a place to park. And what's wrong with this truck? Just do some rides right from the hotel. These Love's hot dogs should be like its own food group. These are the best damn hot dogs you possibly get. Now, I've had better, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I just can't get enough of these Love's hot dogs. I try not to eat them all the time. Put it like this: my wife hates hot dogs, hates them, but I can convince her to eat one of those because they're pretty damn good. Whoa. Alrighty. Wow, this car's coming up on me fast. Come on, pass. So again, I expect to run the stream. I've always found that Sundays were always kind of slow. Not so heavy traffic on Sundays, even if whether I'm riding or in the gym. But I'm going to go ahead and just run the stream for about 3-4 hours regardless. And then we'll see what happens when we get into Oklahoma City. I'm going to run it again. Maybe just go out for a quick little 1-hour bike ride. And I'm not going to go kit up and everything, put on the racing clothes or anything. Just what I'm wearing. I'm just going to jump on the bike and get out. Not normal for me to travel on a Sunday for work, but the way this particular trip is working out, in order to maximize the number of locations I'm gonna get in on this 2-week period, I had to start out on a Sunday. That way, what's going to happen is first thing tomorrow morning, I'll be able to just get up and start at my Oklahoma facility. So, occasionally you got to do those kind of things for work. At least in my position, salaried. Most of my team is salary, so in fact, my entire team is salary. So, on occasion, it's necessary to work a little late, but you can make up for it. Get off a little early here and there, or take an extra day off here. Which is essentially what I did on Friday. Even though I did do a little bit of work, but it's not like I'm completely losing my weekend. I made up for it on Friday. There, one thing I was paying attention to on the drive out here, there are a lot of trucks out on Sundays, I've noticed. It seems like when I came out here last time, it was definitely during the weekday. I left on a Monday. But this Sunday, I cannot believe the amount of trucks out on the road today. I mean, just getting out of Albuquerque, I probably drove, I'm trying to estimate here, probably close to 50 miles of, and I'm talking about from leaving Albuquerque past Moriarty, and even just a little bit past Moriarty. So I'm pretty sure it's got to be like 40 to 50 miles. It was just wall to wall, line trucks, left lane, right lane. People were in this. I was in the left lane, not getting anywhere really fast just because of the number of trucks on the road passing each other. Just a lot of truck traffic out today. And just even today, just looking, observation, the amount of trucks I'm passing over here, the number of trucks out. Sunday's just a real busy day for truck drivers, apparently. Wearable exit. So I've been curious. I know I've had a few comments about this particular view. I've debated whether to mount the camera on a GoPro and just have it face out the windshield. But a couple of the comments I've seen, people seem to like this view. It seems like you're in the passenger seat driving along. The thing that I can't tell is how crisp and clear you can actually see out the windshield. That's what I can't see. For me, in the where I monitor it, it just looks like whitewash. So let me know what you think about this view. Is it actually a good view? Should I? I can easily change it. I still have all the mounts and everything. Suction cup mount, mount on the windshield, and I can turn that camera around. It's no problem at all to change it. One good thing about this trip so far is I got some pretty decent sleep last night, which is always a concern of mine, especially when I'm going to drive the whole day, because then I got to be aware of the fact that certain period of time that I could potentially get sleepy. But yeah, last night, come on man, pass. Sitting there lollygagging, go. Went to bed last night and I couldn't fall asleep right away. Just uncomfortable, unsettled. And then the dog woke me up in the middle of the night, 12 or 12:30, I think. I looked at the time. It's just like, yeah, it's like I could hear it in my dream, and I was like, what the? And finally I woke up out of my dream, and I hear this noise, and I know the noise. I'll tell you here what it is in a second. I hear this noise, and then finally, after I kind of like came to just a bit, I was like, ah, damn it. So I like sit up in the bed, and I kind of like swat the bed so that my dog would quit licking the floors. My husky, she does that thing where she could be laying on carpet or laying on the floor, and she just, like, she got her head sideways and she's just licking the floor. I don't know how to describe the sound to you, but it's I don't know what's worse, if it's on the carpet or just the, I have, what do you call it, laminate floors. So I swat the bed, and she stops. I lay back down, and she went right back to it. I was like, gosh darn it. So I got to get up and basically chase the dogs out of the bedroom and shut the doors. And that was the part that I was fearful of, because anytime I completely get up or do anything, it sort of disrupts my sleep, and it'll take me even longer to get back to sleep. But luckily, I went right back to sleep. Not right away, but I went back to sleep. These dogs. Yeah, our husky, she's an unusual. Huskies tend to have their own kind of personalities anyways, And but our husky has always been unusual, very peculiar, eccentric. And seems like now that she's older, she's even become more peculiar, very unusual habits. It's like a cat. You call her, and she won't come to you. When she goes to find her spot to lay down on the bedroom floor or living room, wherever it is, she will kind of sniff out the spot she's going to lay down, and then she just she'll have her nose pointed towards that spot, and she'll literally do like 10 to 12 circles, and then all of a sudden just land right where she, right where her nose is pointing towards the center of that circle. Unusual. Yeah, Monday. Talking about how unusual my husky is. She's got our other husky passed away about four years ago. He was another crazy personality. Huskies are just, there's not, I mean, you can train a husky, don't get me wrong, but they are their own mind, You're going this direction, they're going that direction. But yeah, our husky, woke me up last night, so I had to finally boot them out of the room. But I know why they come to our bedroom. It's because the floor is cool. We have the laminate floors, and the floor is cool. But there's laminate floors throughout the house. They could go lay anywhere and stay cool. I don't know. They're good dogs, though. And then the white dog, Aspen, she's a character. Real character. Good guard dog. She barks at anything that comes near the gate. She has a bad hip. It doesn't slow her down a bit. When I acquired her from the neighbor before I got married, can't tell what channel that is. It's coming in. I acquired her in, you could tell she had a bit of a limp, but it seemed to progress. Like on the rides, she would kind of like do this sort of like a tripod skip hop thing, and she would use that leg on occasion. Well, we went and finally, or my wife took her to the vet, had it x-rayed, and her hip bone is just completely crushed. So at some point in time before I acquired her, she probably got hit by a vehicle, which makes sense because she was the neighborhood that I used to live in before I moved in with my wife. That dog was like an escape artist. She would take off and run all over. So I wouldn't doubt at all that she got hit by a car. But the hip, it's kind of concluded that the hip isn't really causing her any pain or anything like that. It's just not structurally attached. So what it's actually done for her is, if you ever see my white dog, she's got like a big barrel of a chest, and it's because she uses all her front legs to power through and run and chase and everything. Like I said, that bad hip doesn't slow her down a bit. And if you've seen any of the streams where I'm walking around my neighborhood, you got all those irrigation ditches. So, so if you're taking her out for a walk, she's going to take at least 3 or 4 dips into the pond or those ditches and swim for a bit. You just pretty much got to let her. She's got to be on her own leash, and she'll go ahead for one of those things, and you just hold the leash while she'll swim 20, 30 yards through the darn thing just to cool herself off, and then jump back out. So she's a pretty amazing dog. And then the other dog, Maddox, he's the black dog that we have. He's a German Shepherd Rottweiler mix. So you see in his coloring is Rottweiler. His body, the way he stands, and his ears is all German Shepherd. Let this guy here in this truck go. But he's a big dog. I think it was about a little over a year ago now. A client of my wife's was moving, and they needed to find a home for their two dogs, and so the two dogs were this one dog, Maddox, and the other one was a beautiful Great Dane. Big, tall, black and white, or white, gray, black spotted Great Dane. So we brought him over to the house, tried to see how the dogs were going to acclimate. They were doing okay, but the husky and the Great Dane would go at each other. They would attack each other. And really the husky was the one that you felt kind of instigated. She's definitely alpha. Well, the Great Dane is alpha as well, but also 3 times the size, and so she would pretty much go attack the husky. So we couldn't keep the Great Dane, which was kind of sad because the Great Dane is the one that got attached to me. The Great Dane hung around me, and everywhere I was, that Great Dane had her head right in my rib cage. That's how tall she was. I'm 6'1", and she would literally just walk up to you and just lean her head right in your chest. And then if you would try to get away, she would take her leg and wrap it around you because she didn't want you to leave her. Yeah, it might be some of the connection in the bit rate, so just let me know. I ordered a new set of microphones because I'm beginning to question whether these microphones are holding up anymore. But I do know that the audio can drop out a bit with the bit rate. So, and I don't know if that's making a difference if I'm putting it up here instead of just leaving it down here on the console. So as all said and done, we had to give the Great Dane back to the owner. And we kept Maddox, the black dog, which ended up becoming like the Great Dane. That dog is in my space all the time. Wherever I'm at, he's got to be there. If I get in my truck, he wants to jump in the truck and go. And depending where I am, I'll let him jump in and go with me. But I can't let him go everywhere. So that dog was a bit sad that I left again. I had to kind of trick them. So I distracted him by giving him some biscuits over in the driveway under the carport while I headed for the truck. That way he's not thinking about I got to be in his space. I got to jump in the truck before he leaves. So right now we're just down to the 3 dogs. Ugh. Been wondering, don't really want to think about it, when the Husky's going to be. I mean, I think the Husky's 9 years old now. So, Tucumcari, just Tucumcari. You know, Pat D, that game there, there's a, so I played that game too, I told you, and there's a lot of roads, intersections and everything. They are, you know, they're not made up, they're like literal, you know, but you know, when you're driving on the freeway, they obviously shorten the distance and everything like that. It's not actual. I think you know that. But when you're driving through the New Mexico area, there's a restaurant. For the life of me, I can't think of the name of it. It's a white restaurant. And I think that in the game they call it Drake's. D-R-A-K-E-S. Drake's. But in real life, those restaurants look just like that, and they're called Blake's in real life. It's a local New Mexico hamburger joint. So if you see those Drake's, they're in real life they're called Blake's Lottaburger. Oh, buddy, stay in your lane. Easy over there. Whew, that guy is all over the road. Literally just went off into the shoulder. Yeah, Drake's. Exactly. Drake's is Blake's. I can't think of, there were some other unusual things that I was paying attention to that they changed the name of. I can't think of the other ones right now, but that's the one that stands out to me all the time. And I can't even think if that was the actual name. I think they changed the name to Drake's. I think that's what it was. I haven't played that game. You know, when I finished watching you last night, I almost started up that game. And I got to thinking about it. No, I want to play some Call of Duty because Season 3 just came out and I'm still like a level 1. So I got in quite a few rounds. I think I got up to level 8 or something like that on Call of Duty. Yeah, there's several. The Walmart though. What did they change? I can't think of the name. It's the store that has the red and the blue. But those are definitely Walmarts. I can't think of the name of them in game. Yes, Monday but we're talking about the game American Truck Simulator. So American Truck Simulator is like driving a truck on all these highways in all these different states. But in game, they changed the names of certain restaurants and businesses to different names because they can't actually use those names. Monday, you need to check out Pat D's streams. He's got good stuff. And music artists as well. So Pat D, C Monday, also music artist. I actually have some of his music on my, I downloaded some of his music from, what do you call it, iTunes. I actually bought a whole album of his. Hey Monday, why don't you toss up your links to your stuff in my the chat there? I think I have that open. Your YouTube, your Spotify. What are these people doing over here? I don't know about Texas, man. That I like Texas, but Texas to me is like California. It's a fun place to visit, great place to visit, but I don't know that I can live there. Let's put it like this. But man, you know, Monday, the climate in Albuquerque, New Mexico, it's perfect year round. With the exception that it does get cold, we get some occasional snow in the city. You can practically ride a motorcycle and bike year round, you know. We will get a heat wave in about June, August. You know, short. You know, it'll hit 105, 110. So like when it's 100, 105 in Albuquerque, you know, that's when it's usually like a 120, 125, like in the 120s in Arizona. But I don't know, it'd just be so hard to leave this climate. You know, here in the desert Southwest, looks like I'm in that area where I may be losing, I think I had low bit rate through this section before here. Tucumcari. Pat D, I'm heading there right now. That is a big load, whatever that is. That's your new single. Which I'm trying to think what was the name of that single there. So, I don't know if Pat D actually, so where I found some of the things that he does is on his Twitter feed, because he's got a lot of his YouTube videos are unlisted, but on his Twitter feed is where he's got links to some of the videos where he's doing the harmony of the yellow, that's what it was. Okay, LOL. What? I can't even say that. Yellow LOL. Oh. You know, I just saw a Godfather's Pizza sign, and I haven't had that pizza in a long time, but I really don't need to eat it either. As it is, those hot dogs did a bit of a number in my stomach, and I don't think I need to push it anymore, need any more garbage on the road here. Good grief, what's going on up here? Oh, dude. Oh, now you speed up. Oh. So I'll give a little update on the injuries here. I'm still bandaged up. Got one on my elbow, one big one here on the shoulder. Still got the same two on my leg. But they are actually healing up quite well. I can take a shower and it's less painful because that outer layer of skin is starting to build up. So I'm definitely keeping them clean, changing bandages, keeping a layer of what's it called, Aquaphor. Keeping a light layer of Aquaphor to keep things moist and clean. Put the bandages on. Not so stiff, really. So overall, they're holding up pretty well. I brought a big bunch of bandages with me. I'm probably gonna have to stop and buy some more of these 4-inchers. I realized I was out of these 4-inchers.
David Frank 89.
Yeah, I'm out of these 4-inchers, so I got to get some more of these because I need these for my arm here. The one on my leg here, I was using the 4-inchers, but I can get away with the what is this, like a, I think it's like a,
Advised it's a negative 29. It comes back to a white 2002 vehicle registered to a Carmen Albert, and a city status is valid, expires 6 of 2024.
The bandage here on my leg, I can get with these little, I think it's like a 2, I don't know, it's like a 1 inch by 2 inch, 1 inch and 3/4, inch and a half by 2 inch. So it's a little smaller. I can get away with that one down here now. But I definitely need some more of these here 4-inchers here for this one. This one's actually a big one right here. This one's going to leave a good sized scar here. And same thing with this one on the elbow. But as I once learned in at the CrossFit gym that I was going with my wife and a friend of ours, I'll just call her Dead Pirate because that's what we know her as, Dead Pirate. I was complaining about doing deadlifts. And the bar was kind of like scraping up my shin because obviously I wasn't doing proper technique. And she told me that, well, chicks did dig scars, is what she told me. So I'm gonna have several scars over here, several more scars that chicks are gonna dig. But overall, they're doing a lot better. I don't feel near as stiff. I feel pretty good as far as the flexibility is better. Let's put it like this: flexibility is better to the point that I could actually kind of bend over and maneuver and actually shave my legs today. Alright. Let me through. That truck is coming on slow. Slow, slow, slow. There's a lot of chatter on highway patrol today. Kind of unusual. And, you know, once again, the wind is just blowing out here like crazy. Just kind of like the last time, except for this time there's no haze in the sky like the last trip. It's actually, you could actually see blue where when I was out here last week, it was just like gray all the way around. Visibility was maybe, I don't know, a couple of 2-3 miles, where now I can see way out to the distance. I can see the what do you call them, the wind generators way out in the distance out there. Still a lot of, whoa, buddy, what are you doing? Don't be coming over like that. Still a lot of truck traffic. I can't believe how much truck traffic there is out here on a Sunday. Last week when I was out this way, even coming home to Albuquerque on Friday, I literally felt like I had the road to myself. Like I hardly saw anyone, hardly passed anyone, and nobody really passed me. I honestly think that between let's go past Las Cruces. Let's say Truth or Consequences, from T or C, Truth or Consequences, to about Socorro, I probably passed 3 vehicles. And yeah, it just seemed like I just had the road all to myself. There was nobody out. Where right now it's just I can see trucks behind me, and I mean I can see way out ahead of me, and they're just trucks. A lot of people out today. Well, trucks anyways.
All units to call D9 units, by one request. All units below I-49 contact 307 for a small compact car, black color weaving, and no license plate. RP could not provide any to 49. All units please acknowledge.
They didn't say where, did they? I missed that. low battery. Why is it low battery? Can I not plug this in? Down here. Hey Siri, send message to Sandy.
What do you want to say?
I'm all good, alert and awake.
Your message to Sandy says, I'm all good, alert, and awake. Send it?
Send.
Done.
Hey Siri, read message.
Sandy sent new messages. Are you okay? Alert? And okay. Would you like to reply?
No.
That's all your messages.
San Juan. Easy, bud. Just over there. I just don't understand why people, when you move over, move all the way over. So, a little bit about this IRL thing here. There's a couple things I'm going to have to check into. I got messages from Sprint letting me know that I was coming up on the 50 gig of data, and that if I reach a certain point that they were going to start throttling. It was literally in the notification. So I'm going to have to look at that. I could have swore that, you know, when I added on a line, I wanted that line to be pretty much unlimited. So I'm going to have to look at the options on that, because I don't want to be throttled on that line. And then AT&T modem, you know, at the time that I got it, there was not an unlimited option. It was just a 40 gig plan. So in what, I don't know, I think I've been streaming on that thing for about 2.5 weeks straight now, and they're already giving me warnings that I'm coming up on my 40. I think I was like 30 some, and letting me know that for every 2 gig over, that it's going to be $10 or something like that. So I got to look at that and find out how I can. The only one I'm not worried about is Verizon. That was a definite unlimited package that I paid for. So last thing I need is, because just in paying attention to the IRL stream and what line is doing what part of the work, depending on where I am, location, and things like that. You know, I want to make sure the AT&T is robust. I want to make sure that the Sprint is robust, just in case, you know, any one of them does give out. Because when you actually monitor, you can see how just changing locations or where you're going, the different pipelines that the data is coming into, it definitely changes as far as who's the main carrier on that particular route or road that you're on. Now, a lot of times all three are going pretty strong, and the data is divided pretty evenly across all the modems. But I've seen times where 2 of them will fall flat on their face, and one of them will kick in and have to pick up the full 5,000 bits per sec. Oh, excuse me. But most of the time it's pretty well divided amongst the 3. I mean, I've seen occasions where one of them will kind of fall out, and then 2 of them will pick up, and then again you get moving, change directions, whatever. Then, you know, that one will kick in, and sometimes another one will kick out. And it doesn't completely drop on its face, but the bit rate on that particular modem drops so low that you know it's not really, there's no signal, it's not transmitting. And it's not like I can look over and see, like, if we're on 5G or LTE, or if it's 2 bars, 3 bars. I just can't simply look over and tell. I mean, now for the Sprint, I can tell what that's doing, because on my phone here, you know, my phone is Sprint, so I can see very well, like, whether I know if at least the Sprint modem is doing well over there, because my phone is Sprint. So right now I'm like 2-3 bars 5G, so that Sprint modem's got to be pretty strong right now. Holy moly, I'm doing like 90 miles an hour. Why am I going 90? I got the cruise control over here on, but my foot is resting on the throttle. It's a good way to get a ticket. And here we go, heavy traffic again. And what's funny about it is, like, everybody's tapping their brakes. Everybody. Like this truck over here, there's nobody in front of him, and he's tapping his brakes. It's like, why? "75 miles to Amarillo." You know what's going to happen is as I'm passing through, I'm going to start thinking about that 72-ounce steak again. Whoa, dude, move over. Good grief, man. Which half of the road do you want? I prefer you take that side. All right, here we come, state line. You know, one of these days I'll stop and take a picture there. I see people do it all the time. It's like I've just never been like, oh, it's another state line. Like, what's the big deal? Again, not getting over. All right, I officially am losing an hour. Just gotta wait for all the phones and everything to synchronize and indicate. Greyhound. You know, I drove a couple of times for Greyhound, not as an employee or anything like that, but as a contractor. The tour bus company I worked for, they would sometimes send drivers over to the Greyhound station in Chicago so that we could be sort of like surplus drivers for their overflow for the holidays mainly. What would happen is they get so many people traveling, and then they would need drivers, so they would get drivers just go sit there and literally just wait for if they had a bus or a run. Well, I think I remember this here from the drive-through where there's just a long dead spot on my Sprint service, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the IRL feed is dead. I just can't tell one way or another. So if you're chatting with me, I can't see anything right now or any indication of that. I think it's going to take a little while till my other phones up here actually connect and I can see what's going on. Whew. I've got 1 bar of 5G. I would figure at least would try to do something, but it's just saying no way. No way. The only thing is I don't recall it taking this long until it got to that point where it would connect again. But I'm pretty sure that the feed is still going. I think I can at least I think I can determine that for sure. Yeah, I can now at least see that BellaBox is still transmitting a video feed, even though it's just one modem is doing all the work right now. And it looks like it is the oh gosh, I can't remember. That IP address is the Verizon. And it looks like the Sprint is trying to kick in, and the AT&T's coming back, so that's a long dead spot. All right, let me see if I get back to the chat here, see what we got going on. I think it's going to reset the chat, so whatever was there before, I've probably lost it. So anywho, if you were chatting with me for about the last 6-7 miles at all, I can about guarantee you I don't got it, messages here or anything. Normally I could just kind of like keep gabbing and talking about something even though I don't have chat or know what anybody's telling me or asking me. I can just keep going, but if I was to be honest, I'd say that that little bit of tiredness is definitely kicking in. I've been sucking on this Axio, which is this bottle here had about 200 milligrams of caffeine, so I've been probably been sucking it down for about the last hour and a half or so. Could have been a little longer. Alright, I gotta quickly synchronize my watch here because there we go. So I have lost an hour now. The good thing about getting to Amarillo, it's you're essentially halfway, so 50% of the way there. Glad it's not as long as the trip as going to Dallas. That 10 and a half hours. That's a killer of a drive. The 8 is borderline a bit much. So when I do get to Amarillo, I'll probably, not probably, I think I'm going to end the stream there this time. Instead of doing what I did the last time, which is I got to Amarillo and went like another couple hours past Amarillo. I think I'd rather just kind of cut it out sooner than later. So I probably should, if I'm going to take a restroom break, I definitely don't got to stop for fuel. Because once again, the wind is just pushing me in this direction, so it just maximizes fuel economy. Whew. Boy, I got a good friend in Oklahoma City. I've been debating whether to give him a ring, see if he's still there, see if he still has his business out there. I'm sure he does. Very successful guy. Haven't talked to him in a long time. The last time I was in Oklahoma City, I talked to him. That was at least 7-8 years ago. Could have been more. And it looks like AT&T and Sprint are doing all the work now, and Verizon is falling on its face. Pretty interesting to watch. You know, I'm kind of glad I went with the 3 modems. You know, at first I was, you know, when I saw that I got the Sprint and the Verizon, I'm thinking, okay, well, why do I need the 3rd one? I even posted on a couple of Discord channels like, hey, look at this signal. Do I even need an AT&T? And it was kind of a dumb question, but hey, you know, I am ignorant to this whole subject, so somebody replied back, well, that's a good signal, but, and they kind of asked rhetorical question, you do plan to move around, right? Like, yeah, I guess that makes sense, you know. But again, you know, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about, like, hey, if you got these 2 strong signals, do you even need the other one? But you know, you see it here now. You know, when I monitor the app and look at the modems continuously changing data and whether they're all running strong, one drops out a little bit, the other one picks up, and its bit rate jumps up. It's pretty fascinating. Well, if you all are chatting at me, I'll just kind of repeat it and reiterate it. I still can't really see what's going on in chat on Twitch, so can't really respond to anyone here. I'm hoping that, you know, it's been a while since I've been in Oklahoma City, and I've even been in the downtown area, and that's actually where I'm staying tonight. So for the life of me, I can't visualize what it's like. So I'm trying to imagine what doing an IRL, whether I go walk or bike, you know, one of the two. I'm trying to imagine in my mind what it looks like to, like, give a good IRL stream. Now, more than likely, I think I'll just walk, depending on exactly where my hotel is, and, you know, once I figure out, you know, where I am in relation to actually, like, downtown, the buildings, like any kind of city squares or anything. Whoa, buddy, hang on your line there. Take it easy. Easy. Need some sleep, bud? What was I talking about? Oh, downtown. So once I figure out, like, where I am, you know, whether I'm, like, in a not so great neighborhood or whatever, it's safe to walk or not walk, I'll make a determination from there on whether I just pull the bike out, throw the backpack on, ride around, or just go for a walk. I'm all for going for walks too, you know. That's equally going to burn calories and get me out and about. As far as the riding, you know, either way, I'm going to sweat. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. I'm thinking about these bandages and everything. So if I go on out, go do a ride and get all sweaty and everything, you know, I'm going to have to shower no matter what. But that's also going to require me to go through and clean all these things up again, get these bandages changed. Yeah, my chat doesn't want to come up, y'all, so I'm still down still down as far as chat goes. I can't see what's going on. I don't recall losing my chat, though, on the last trip. That's one thing I do recall. I don't recall losing the chat like this here. So, I can't really say why that is on this particular go-around. It just doesn't want to connect. Goodness gracious. There we go. I got chat back now. Got the chat back, and we're almost in Amarillo, Texas. And like I said before, lots of truck traffic. It's like I can't believe how busy this Sunday has been with truck traffic. It's a bit mind-boggling. Yeah, I am most likely going to stop in Amarillo just to give myself a, again, the typical break. Cinnabon, man, that sounds good right now. I could definitely down a sticky, sugary, soft Cinnabon right now. Don't need it. And there's a lot of things done. So I'm gonna, since I know I'm gonna stop in Amarillo, I'm gonna go ahead and down some fluids here and just make sure. I absolutely do need to use the restroom while I stretch my legs. a big pile of these the blades for these wind turbines. Just a huge pile of them just laying out there in the field, and they don't look good. They look bad. Oh, buddy, take it easy. You know, it's a lot of times you come out, you see these turbines. You usually see somewhere, whether it's close or out in the distance, and I'm looking right now. You always see at least one that's frozen, and then if you look carefully, whether it's around the where the generator sits on the what do you call it, the tower, or where the prop is turning on the end, you can visibly see where the oil is just leaked out, or, you know, something's shot on it, right? Where either the oil is just completely leaked out, down, or it's leaked out. Where the prop sits on the generator, it just leaks out. But out here, this section that I'm passing off to my right, I don't see any like that. Like, every one of them is operable and running. And there are a lot of them. I can't believe this section, there's a ton of them. There's that Camaro again. Yeah, I'm already thinking about that steak in Amarillo. I definitely don't think I could do a 72 ounce or go for the challenge right now, but I could, you know, if I probably wouldn't have eaten those hot dogs back in Santa Rosa, I could almost go for a steak right now. That does sound pretty darn good right now. But you know what, you know, it's not like I gotta eat steak while I'm out on the road, but I do know another good steakhouse in Oklahoma City, so, you know, if I still feel like steak later and not feeling like I want to eat something light, because when I'm out on the road, I do tend to eat light, you know, stick to lean meats, fruits, veggies, things like that. Let me signal this guy here so he can go. Go ahead, bud. I always try to let these drivers in when I can. Like I said, you know, especially if there's a long line of traffic and we're not getting anywhere, it's not going to make any sense for me to go cut him off and not, you know. So I try to let him in. You know, he's obviously trying to get around this other vehicle over here, and everybody in this lane is going nowhere fast. So try to let him over. So part of it is the just one, in my job position, you know, I am a support to truck drivers in my job position. You know, I highly value the position of driving, and I think it's a very important job, and my role and what I've done in the majority of my career is in support of drivers, keeping equipment running, keeping it running safe. And it's also partially just being an experienced driver as well. I did drive commercially for a while. I was going in college. It wasn't trucks, but, you know, tour buses. So I know all the, you know, the ins and outs of commercial driving, you know, what it takes to be out here for a long period of time, doing your pre-trips, doing your doing logbooks. I'm trying to think of the name of the steakhouse in Oklahoma City. Gone there a few times, but for the life of me, I can't think of the name of it right now. But I'm pretty sure, knowing me, usual is I'm just, when I get to Oklahoma City, and by the time I get there this evening, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to want a light meal as usual. Well, I finally found one wind generator that stopped and not running out there. I'd have to say that that's a pretty good ratio from, you know, it's not to say that there are more out there that are not running, but hang on a sec. I think I see maybe another 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 over here. And this field over here that I'm looking at now, the field that would pass back over there on the right, there had to be, no joke, hundreds. Now this side over here, I'm seeing maybe 30, and there were 4 out, compared to this other side that it just seemed like miles and miles and hundreds of wind generators, and not one of them was out. Whew. Espanol. Looks like I missed another stream. How was your stream today? It's been a while since I've had a raid. Welcome everyone. I am Power Karma. I'm doing a driving IRL today as I head to another business location of mine that I'll be working at tomorrow. So I wanted to get a head start, head out on Sunday. I normally do bike IRL streams, indoor workouts, and Zwift, and a little bit of gaming. I don't really stream the gaming. But since I've been traveling a lot for work lately, I've been doing some of these driving streams here. So it's not a normal thing for me, but I figure I'd just make use of the time and do some streaming while I'm driving. So when I do get to my destination tonight, which will be in about another, 4 hours from now, I believe, I plan to get on out and do either a walking or a biking stream. We'll see when I get there, see how I feel, see which one I want to do. As I've been driving out here for the last 4 hours or so, 4.5 hours, I've made note of the fact that there are a lot of trucks out for a Sunday. It just been like this the entire drive, passing trucks all the way from Albuquerque to Amarillo. So literally for 4 hours, just trucks. Now I know that seems like it should be a norm, but I was just out here last week and I don't recall this many trucks out here for a Monday. But this Sunday, yeah, there are a lot of, that's a car hauler right there. There are a lot of trucks out here right now. At some point in time, I'm going to make a stop here in Amarillo. Once again, I don't really need fuel, but I am trying to make sure I want to keep from getting restless legs, and you know, where normally the younger self ego will like, hey, just keep pushing. You know, now that I'm a little bit older, I gotta kind of remind myself that I am not as young anymore. I gotta get out, stretch the legs, walk around, let the blood flow, and you know, try not to push it. There it is, man. The sign: free 72-ounce steak. The Big Texan. I told the story the last time I drove through here about the one time that I planned to go do that challenge, and I ended up not doing it. But you know, I've been to the Big Texan before and not done the challenge. I just gone there just because they have good steak there. But if you do the 72-ounce steak challenge, you have to do. I believe it comes with a baked potato, a side salad, a roll, and I think there's something else on there too. I can't remember what it was. That may have been it. I think it was. I don't think there was a veg. I don't think there's a veggie. I think it's just the salad, baked potato, and the roll. So the challenge is not just the steak. You have to do the whole meal, and then it's paid for. It's free. And of course, you go on the wall of Hall of Fame. I've seen people try it. On television. It's a pretty well-known place. So there are plenty of shows out there on Food Network, different food challenge type shows where people have done it. But I've also been there eating while somebody was up on stage actually trying to do the challenge, and I can't remember if they did it or not. I want to say they didn't do it. I think it would be a little bit more memorable if that person had actually finished it. It seems like if I would have been there present, and you think with all the cheering and everything, it would be significant enough in my memory that I would remember. Even though my memory is trash and garbage, I'm not near sharp as memory as I used to be when I was younger. Never really understood the whole attraction of all the Cadillacs buried in the dirt over there. You know, people stop for it all the time, but I always just drive right by it. One of these days I'll stop. Well, I believe we're officially in Amarillo, and as usual, we got construction. So I think the truck stop I'm going to hit is on the other end of Amarillo. It's going to be right before the split, the 287 split to Wichita Falls. I think it's literally the last exit on the other side of Amarillo. That's where I'm going to stop at. How you doing, RZ? Yan? Looks like. I'm trying to read the name. Sorry, I'm driving at the same time, so trying to just quickly look down without completely taking my eyes off the road here. All right. I see you wrote that I have a question. Let's see here. I'm going to try to glance down quick and read a little bit more. the word to ramble is hiking or move from place to place, right? I am from Europa. I'm not quite sure I'm following if that is the question or if your question is coming. So are you talking about when I say the word ramble, when I talk about ramble, I'm rambling? So I'm just a little bit confused. I think that's what you're talking about when I say I'm just rambling. That means I'm just talking about whatever. Ramble, like rambling. It's like I said, just like a lot of times I don't see. Well, easy, dude. Stay in your lane over there. The truck was coming over my lane. Rambling is something I do if I don't see people that are like chatting or asking questions or whatever. I just talk about whatever. I can like see something, I start talking about it, or I talk about my experiences. So it's a term for just talking on about nothing really. Well, you're talking about something, but it's referencing like you're just rambling and talking. Oh, I passed this truck back in Santa Rosa. I remember that truck. Hey Siri, read message.
Sandy sent new messages. What is your pants size? And waist and seam? Would you like to reply?
Hold on. Read message again.
What is your pants size? And waist and seam? Would you like to reply?
No.
That's everything.
All right, I'll reply later. Google Translate said it is hiking. Okay. That's interesting. What does the dictionary say about rambling? I guess is the question. I think so. To throw a question back at you, what does the dictionary say rambling is? Because my understanding of rambling is, is like just like I said, you're just talking. This truck is going way too slow for me right now. I would look it up right now, but I know, I'm pretty sure Siri will not look up words for me while I'm driving. Hey Siri, what does rambling mean?
Rambling means of writing or speech, lengthy and confused or inconsequential. Do you want to hear the next one?
Yes.
It means of a plant putting out long shoots and growing over walls or other plants. Climbing. Want to hear one more?
Yes.
As a verb, it means walk for pleasure, typically without a definite route. Want to hear the next one?
Yes. These other three definitions I never heard before. The first one I'm familiar with.
As a verb, it means talk all right at length in a confused or inconsequential way.
This one I'm...
Want to hear one more?
Yes.
As a verb, it means of a plant, put out long shoots and
I
grow
heard
over
that.
walls or other plants. Do you want to hear the last one?
No. All right, Espanol, thank you for the raid. Certainly appreciate it. I've yet to catch one of yours. One of these days I'm going to catch one. I did, by the way, go in and find you and followed you and friended you. So RZ Yen, I think that is how you say your name. I don't know if you heard what Siri said the definition is, but it's like talking of length and often confusing. So I kind of say rambling in sort of a comical way about how I can just talk on and talk on. And now, generally, I'm not confused. I'm not, I generally know what I'm talking about. But you kind of get this sense like, oh, I'm just talking and talking and talking. And that's kind of the point of what I'm doing, is just trying to keep talking. So I'll say, oh, I'm rambling. Because a lot of times I'll use that reference, especially if I have already kind of made my point. Like, I'm still talking about it and I've already made my point. But that's interesting. I didn't know that rambling could mean hiking, and I think Siri just gave a partial definition of that. So very interesting. I probably ought to reply to my wife here about my pant size and waist size here, but I'll do that a little bit later. And I don't know if you're still there, Espanol, but I appreciate whatever raid you send, definitely appreciate it. All right, I think I am going to hit this truck stop up here. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Or do I just want to hit this one? Last time I hit the one a little further up. I probably ought to just hit this one right here. Amigo. I like that. All right, I tell you what, I'm just going to hit this one right here. I'm not going to shut the stream down just yet, so I'm going to pull in here, stretch my legs again, kind of replenish my water, my caffeinated drink, my Axio. And let's see. Come on, bud. Let's see what we got here. What's your bud? All right, I'm not going to worry about fuel because I've got pretty darn good fuel mileage economy going on right now. The wind is blowing really strong in my direction. You know what? Actually, I'm just going to pull right up to the front here. Why am I going to mess around with this? There we go. Front door. All right, we'll see you, Espanol. Oh gosh, my hip's so dang tight. Let's see here. I want to take a quick look at my batteries. See what's going on here. Everything looks good. You know what I can't figure out is why it doesn't seem that this thing here is charging anything. I'll plug this in. Yeah, well, that red light came on. Okay, that's charging. This one's charging. This one's charging. This one's charging right here. I wonder why my iPhone wouldn't charge in this thing. Oh. Alright everyone, I'm going to go in here really quick. Go do a quick restroom break. I'm not shutting the stream down. I'll probably keep it on for a little while longer and then shut it down at some point in time, and then again, if you want to check back with me in about 4 hours from now, when I get to my destination, I'm going to check in my hotel, and I plan to do another IRL stream walking around, either one or two, either walking or riding my bike, because I do have my bike here in the back of the truck. So I plan to do another IRL stream in downtown Oklahoma City. Might even grab a bite to eat. So I might just walk. We'll see. So let me get in here really quick, and then I'm going to refresh, reset, stretch my legs a bit. So y'all bear with me just a bit. Keep an eye on my truck. Don't let anybody steal my truck here. All right, I'll be back. this in the trash. Put this here. This here. Toss this. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that was a nice little stretch. I decided to, so I got plenty of water. Normally I replenish the Axio here, but I decided to get some Red Bulls. I don't normally drink energy drinks because I drink this Axio stuff here. But they had Axio, so I wanted to try an Axio. Chat, here we go. Alright everyone, so I'm going to keep the stream running a little while longer. I'm not even sure what the next town is, but I'm going to run it. I'm going to probably just keep it on for like maybe another half hour or so, maybe an hour, and then I'll find a place to shut down the stream. I don't want to keep it going too long because I do plan on streaming a little later on today. Got one of these here protein cookies. They're pretty darn good. That one, I think it was last week. For being a protein cookies, not too bad. I don't say it's the best thing in the world, but you know, it's soft. Come on. I'm gonna go up this way. No, I'm gonna go this way. Oh yeah, I know what stop this is. This is a stop where the Freightliner dealer is right over there. I used to work for Freightliner years ago, 18 years ago. And I would come to this Freightliner dealer over here because they had a dealer trainer there. So I did a lot of my training for Freightliner over here at this Freightliner dealer. All right, we're back on the road, and there's the big Texan. See, steak, cookie, steak, cookie, cookie. not what I wanted. Now, all of a sudden, this map, there we go. I was going to say, like, I don't even recognize this map. I've never seen it before. All right, so this is where, if you were following me last week, this is where last week, you know, I went 287 south to Dallas, Texas. This time I'm heading to Oklahoma City. So I'm going to continue on I-40. And the nice thing about Amarillo in OKC, Oklahoma City, that's technically the halfway point. So, you know, I'm like halfway there. All right, back up to 75 miles an hour. Or 80, don't tell the police. You know, if I do, I will say this, where I prefer to do my own Axio energy drinks, if I am going to do any, I'm going to do these Red Bulls that are no sugars. You know, at least keep the sugars out at, you know, at a minimum. I'm sure there's some other garbage in here that's not good for me. But at least they taste good. Oh, whew. That was a nice crosswind. All right, everyone. I know I said that it's going to keep the stream running a little while longer, but I think I'm going to go ahead and shut it down here soon. So, you know, it might take me a while till I find another place or point where I can stop and shut it down. So I'm going to just start the commands at least, so that I can start getting things shut down. So I'll just type in a command here and there. Like I said, I try to be careful when I drive, not, you know, text while I'm driving or anything like that. I don't even really like reading the chat, really. I mean, but I have it like right here where I can just, you know, if I quickly glance down, I can see what's going on, because I haven't quite figured out the whole text-to-speech thing yet. I really didn't get time at all this weekend to research it. My weekend was literally just, I got home from the other trip, clear out the truck, reset, take care of chores, laundry, get things refreshed. Whoa, easy, buddy. Stay over there. So I really didn't get time over the weekend to research the whole text-to-speech thing at all. At some point in time, I'll get time to do it. You guys are broken down on the side of the road up there. Bummer. So as I slowly start to put the commands in to shut down this stream, let me just say again that I thank you all those that did stop by the stream, checked it out. Hopefully you're enjoying your Mother's Day. If you hadn't called your mother or talked to her today, call your mother. Wish her a happy Mother's Day. And you all definitely enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon. So check back with me though in about 4 hours or so. I'm gonna do another stream again tonight. I don't remember. I'll pull up the weather here a little bit. I think it's going to be a pretty nice evening in Oklahoma City, so I am definitely going to get out, throw the backpack on, do an IRL. I don't know that I want to deal with the bike tonight, so I might just go walk around downtown Oklahoma City, because I am staying in downtown Oklahoma City. Red River Steakhouse. Man, that sounds good. I may end up eating the steak tonight. I'm trying to think the last time I had a good steak. I think I made the steak. No, that's wrong. No, when my wife and I, we were in Vegas, we went out for steak. We went to Gordon Ramsay Steak. That was a good steak. I can't say that it was like the best steak. I mean, it was premium, okay? I mean, I paid a premium price. But I'm not going to say it was one of the best steaks I had. Definitely not. So it's been at least 2 weeks now since I've had a good steak. I think I deserve one tonight, so I might go out for a steak tonight. We'll see. Again, you just never know. When I do these road trips, times where my appetite's in and I can eat pretty well, and there's just times where just the weight of the road and the traveling, the road warrior, you know, I just prefer to eat light salads, veggies, fruits, and just keep everything light. Don't weight your gut down and get it bloated and full-filling. Definitely stay away from a lot of the road munchies and snacks and candies that I tend to, kind of want to do. I allow myself here once in a while, but I really do try to take care of what few years of this body I have left in it. I'm hoping to get at least another 10 to 15 out of it. Maybe even another 20. Man, I just can't imagine being 74 years old. I was watching a television show and they had a guest speaker on there. Can't remember his name, but he was a movie director. 74 years old. And boy, you want to talk about a man that was like vibrant and his mind was sharp. That I hope to be like that when I'm 74 years old. Whatever he's doing, I want he needs to put it in a damn book, because I hope to be if I'm 74, I want quality of life, quality living. I just could not imagine being even my age, or even 5 years from now. I just could not imagine being unhealthy and not being able to enjoy life, and just everything's a struggle, So I mean that when I say you got to take care of your body. Put good stuff in it. You can allow some bad stuff here and there. I'm sure everybody's heard the term, you are what you eat. So, wouldn't necessarily take that as what's the word I'm looking for? A grain of salt, and maybe do the popcorn diet. All right, everyone, I'm going to begin to just here and there start typing in my commands to shut the stream down. So enjoy your Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all of you that are mothers. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you again in a few hours. If it was switch.